Today we have a bunch of good news about a lot of things, including merch, the golden joystick, developments on Satisfactory, and 1.2. So let's get right to it. The world is on fire. It's a dour place and the cost of living is steadily going up. Every industry is feeling the failing global economy, the games industry very much included. And that's why we have come to the incredibly tough decision at Coffee Stain to lower the price on most of our merch going forwards. That's right. Following the success of our Kickstarter last summer, almost every single item on our merch store is taking a price cut. And this is not a sale. This price cut is going to last permanently. Forever. And if you missed the Kickstarter, you can still pre-order the Big Box Collection and the Factory Cart Building Block Set over at lizarddoggo.com. So head over there and check it all out. Let's move on to the Golden Joystick Awards, because both Jason and I will be there in London at the venue this November. And we'll mainly be there to hand over the PC Game of the Year award to this year's winner of that title. But Satisfactory has also been nominated, among other real demonic titles, for the Best Game That You Are Still Playing award this year. So thank you very much for that nomination. And if you want to throw us a bone and a vote, go do that. But yeah, thank you. But what makes Satisfactory so great to play still? Well, first and foremost, our wizards are always hard at work to keep on improving and optimizing the game, both on a technical and on a feature level, and today we are going to touch on both, starting with the technical level. We have once more opened up the experimental branch on both iOS and Steam for Satisfactory, mainly with the intent of trying out some performance improvements for the game with a refactor of our spline collision method. Now, what spline collision allows for in Satisfactory is it is what makes you, the player, collide with certain objects in our game, namely belt, pipes and hypertubes. Spline collision makes sense for these objects because it allows us on a base level to envelop belts, pipes and tubes with rectangular hitboxes. But as you, the player, starts bending these things out of shape to fit your paths or your factories, certain points or splines alongside the rectangular hitbox is what allows us, the devs, to stretch and bend the hitbox out of shape right alongside your aesthetical object. Now, you don't need a quintillion hitboxes active all over the planet at once. Sure, the meshes of the aesthetics are always nice to have visible for you to look at, but the hitboxes are invisible, and as long as you are not colliding with these objects, they are essentially useless. So what our new tech does is it allows us to disable hitboxes from belts, pipes and tubes when you are far away from these, and re-enable them when you are close by, which frees your PC from a ton of needless, constant computations. And that's why we are very happy to say that in some cases we have halved numbers as big as 60 gigabytes of RAM used through this refactor. Why are you using 60 gigabytes of RAM playing Satisfactory? So if you are someone who struggles with performance in the game, do check out the EXP branch and maybe it is going to be a lot better. Any and all feedback is very appreciated. We felt this fix was a good thing to test on EXP before the game hits consoles, because this refactoring could end up in funky situations for multiplayer. And what we mean by that is we want to make sure that if you play multiplayer, both hosts and clients can trigger hitboxes as you move to and away from belts, pipes and hypertubes. And speaking of consoles, we are rapidly approaching the release date for Satisfactory on the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X on the 4th of November. So let's get ready to get real cozy on the couch. We did release a Q&A video about consoles not too long ago, so if you have pressing questions or concerns about the game on consoles, do check that out and you might find some answers. What we do want to say in this video that has not been clearly stated by us until now is that the game will not be available for pre-purchase or pre-download until the 4th of November. So you cannot pre-install or buy the game until the release day. Now you know. And pioneers, it's time. We have a drop for you about 1.2 regarding pipes. Because we have heard your feedback loud and clear. We have heard about your struggles and your issues with fluid transportation, and we are happy to say that 1.2 will provide the perfect solution.